Yo, 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 it's Crate808 right all back up in you with 90s rap goodness. That was off the dome. That was some Capadonna shit, yo. I was just going.
Sankofa in the house.
Sankofa in the house. Thank you, Ray. It's like a YouTube live bot. Sankofa is in the house. Right. Thank you, Sankofa, for coming in there. How are you doing, my friend? Least hip-hop things you've done the last 24 hours, people. But yes, I'm here joined with Raymond Ridge, who is in Perth. He's in England. And James Midwinter, who is in... Are you in some random place at the moment?
No, I'm in Newquay.
Back to Newquay. Like it. Today, we are doing what is becoming a bit of an albatross, I suppose. It started off 3 years ago, and now we're still chipping away at it. It is...
Just come up with something new, guys.
Yeah,
that's fiddling with your list.
I've got tons of new ideas. I've got a Nas idea where I take a line from Illmatic and really just go either way. If anybody wants it on the paper.
I want and all the people want, and they've told me this is what they want, is top tens.
Top
That's
fives.
what they want.
Yeah. Christmas is around the corner. Christmas is for the people who behave themselves. They may get that. Look how nice. Look how big I'm trying to make us.
We'll have to have a podcast, right? About what the sort of specifications around what the top five is, because is it the best? Is it your favorite?
Oh yeah, this is the beauty.
Is it the best hip hop artist? Is it the best hip hop rapper? What is it?
This is the beauty of doing the five, because it's all different criteria. And big up
the amount of podcasts we've got out of this aliens list. Think about how many we can get out of this out of top fives.
Exactly.
Never ending.
Dano, do top five Brooklyn, top five West Coast, top five South. It could be endless.
No, I think you just got to have people's top fives, because everyone has a top five by different criteria. No one has like a top fives.
We're doing it live. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it now.
We're going to do this live. Fuck this, we're doing it live. Right. Dano, big up yourself. He has, go out there, check Free Music Empire. Sankofa is over here as well. Just got off work and got the notification. Perfect timing. I love it when life works out like that. Least hip hop thing for Sankofa was completing CPR first aid training. Big up, man. That's I did that once and I probably expired my thing, but I think it's a very good thing to have. But what we're doing today, 100 Alien songs. I have sent the playlist chat for the people listening to the episode. It is in the show notes. So you can go on there and see what 100 songs we want to play to an alien to define hip hop. Today, we're bringing about 3, maybe more. We're going to try to run through these and take off the ones that we think shouldn't be there. As a caveat, this has evolved into one song per artist, basically down to the Boom Bap Crusaders demands. He held us to account. He was the captain. He's the captain.
So we're getting rid of Nas can only have one song on it.
Yes, but that will hopefully evolve to great Patreon live stream chats where everyone comes armed with your favourite Nas song and why it should be on this list. So hopefully,
I'm going to say that that's stupid.
I mean, yeah, we don't do everyone. We just do Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z, the big ones, the hits.
Okay. I think the aliens would be disappointed if they'd have to have like a Ski Low song because we've run out of rappers.
I mean, this is...
But you could have 2 Nas songs.
This is the counter argument. Hey, let's do a live stream about that. Let's do everything.
Look,
right? So, hold on. Let's go in because people are here.
I wish doesn't have to be on it, doesn't it? So,
I wish there's a... Let's get into it. Let's introduce who's here. Then we're going to go in. I'm ill, by the way. So every time Ray's throwing these little spanners, it's taking me a little bit longer to adjust my mind. So, just bear with me as well. What have we got here? Lisa thing. Yeah. Artists who you think have the cleanest hands, says Dano from Free Music Empire. Great shout. For some reason, I think Snoop would.
Is that a great shout? Is that a great shout?
Yeah, I think, mate, have you seen our mailbag? Have you seen our mailbag? There's a better shout. That's a better shout than some of our mailbag. If trust me. But yeah, who has the cleanest hands? Kool Keith's cleanest hands when he's done, says Sankofa. And I'm glad you've said that because that is a little spoiler alert to what we might be talking about later. Osman Iqbal, yo. I think that's 10. That's great work. Birdman, obviously, you're so right, Free Music. Yeah. Of course, he's always rubbing his dirt off his hands. And not Redman's hands, said Sankofa. I think Sankofa's read the show notes. I don't know if what he's done here, but he's definitely on the Google Doc, which has got all the notes on it. Yes, Free Music, Redman's hands have seen a lot. We all know that. Pick it up. Right, so let's go into, least hip hop thing, people. Ray, your least hip hop thing in the last 24 hours. What is it?
My least hip hop in the last 24 hours is attempting to teach a nephew to skateboard. And if you were wondering if I could skateboard, I cannot.
Aaron's heart just broke there.
Most of the teaching was like teaching him to be okay with falling over, because I was falling over a lot of times. So there was a lot of just full on, like, I don't know, I'm 6'1", 80 something kilos. I haven't weighed myself in a while. It hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine
It hurts. And those moments where you're like, no, this is easy, I could do it. Well, and then the next minute, boom, you're on the floor. You're like, yeah, see, you just got to learn to fall over. Okay, it's fine. It's part of skateboarding.
It's part of life.
I'm not pretending. Yeah. It's not how hard you can get it. It's how hard you get up. How
hard you get up.
How is it? Yeah.
How hard you are when you get up.
Don't get up hard around your nephew. That's not.
It's how hard it is to get up.
Uncle Ray, that's how hard you've gotten up there. What? No, it's a bit like the Eastbound and Down, let's fuck the kids. If anyone's seen that sketch with Adam Scott, where he's like, let's get down and fuck. Let's fuck the kids. Oh, I would not do that. It's so Adam Scott for the win. Him and Paul Rudd. Yeah. But there you go, Ray. I like that. I think skateboarding, I'm watching there's anybody, obviously we know kids. There's a documentary called The Kids that came out last year. I was just watching it today, and that's obviously all the skater culture in that. That's illuminating for any of the people. The way the kids were treated was not great from what all them accounts are. But either way, there you go. Okay, Ray, I like that. James, least hip hop thing, mate. What have you got, mate?
I came a bit unprepared, and I was like, it's usually so easy for me. And then I sat down and I looked at my camera and I was like, oh yeah, I bought a Violida steam mop. It's pretty on hip hop, so
it's all around you, isn't it?
It's just constant.
What's that? What's that saying? Why is that not just a mop?
It has a water thing, and you turn it on, and it steams. So you can
What's the lime scale output there? Like a kettle steams, and you get lime scale on your white shirt. Happened to me this year.
Maybe I don't know. I didn't look into it. I just wanted clean floors, mate.
Okay, that's it. Just watch out for the lime scale output. That's all I'm saying. Again, you wanted non-hip hop. There we go. The what steamer?
It just flows to me. It's easy.
yeah. It's part of your chi. Okay, like that. My least hip hop thing. I watched Nope. That was quite a hip hop, I suppose. Least hip hop thing. I'm ill. I suppose that's not very hip hop. You don't hear a lot of ill rappers on the mic, unless
you hear a lot of. I'm sick as the flow.
Oh yeah, you hear a lot like that. Yeah. Although Fife would have been ill, I'd have thought, during those later years. So maybe you do hit ill rappers. But he wasn't he? He was really ill, and he was still, like, that documentary is amazing. That he was still putting work in when he was ill. Okay, I don't know why we went down that way. Let's get out of that, and let's go into, this has been, for all the Patreons, thank you so much, by the way. We have had a ridiculous influx of new members, and I just want to shout, this is going to be a bit of a list, but they are all new members since we last had a live stream. And big up Lisa Kerr, who I'm now calling Lisa Mafia. Big yourself up, because she's also in Australia, and she kind of rounded up loads of Aussie heads to check us out, and they all seem to enjoy us, and they're all kind of signing up, which is great. And also Alan Nutton, thank you so much. He is a long-time listener who just thought, right, I want to come and support the show, and big yourself up, mate. I really enjoy that, and I enjoy anyone who supports us, and especially if you're a long-time listener, fair play, especially in today's world as well, with the energy bills. Bloody hell, man. I don't know how people are affording, to listen to us rant on whilst they're freezing in their kitchen. But here's a list of the ones that we have got. Brad Bennett, Joseph.
Sweating in their kitchen. It's absolutely boiling. But anyway, fine.
Well, no, true. I was thinking later on in life.
I thought this would be nothing to you, mate. I thought there would be nothing.
He's UK, he's UK for now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
you're right. He won't carry on.
No. Australia, WA is a dry heat. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely unbearable.
Now he's feeling it. I see.
I'm sweating. You can see that I'm sweating.
Can you say pussy hole? I think I can, and I know who to direct it to. Over him over there.
But it's always cold.
No,
it's always cold up north, isn't it? You're still shivering.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So here we go. Brad Bennett, Joseph, Terry L, Tony Valori, Tiffany, Ben, Cody, Nancy. Thank you so much for signing up. Callum, Samantha, Josh Edwards, Eugene Magnon, Tim, Alan Nutton, as I said, obviously earlier, Cody, Eddie, James Campbell, Paul H, Sarah, and Jeremy C. We're rolling a bit like the Woo at the moment. This is an amazing amount of support, so thank you so much. And now we shall kick off. Let's go to the live stream before we do. Least hip hop things, there might be a few here. Free Music says Chino XL. Zach Glover says Chino XL seems OCD. I'd go for him to have the cleanest hands. He does, doesn't he? He does seem a little bit like that. You're right. And Free Music says Chino XL dealing with OCD is a hell of a TV show. That is absolutely true. Sankofa says do a kickflip, Ray. There you go. Google that. Osmond, I have been watching The Boys. Not sure that counts though. Bit of hip hop in there. It's quite hip hoppy.
It's quite anti-capitalist, so
Yeah, very much so. The Boys is incredible. Absolutely, let's do a show on that. My least hip hop thing, snuggling my cat, says Dano. I love that. That's beautiful. I love a good snuggle generally. Surely every rapper wants to be ill, says Osmond Iqbal. There he goes. This is how slow I am today. You're so right. Every rapper wants to be ill. Australia represent. Thank you. They pursue ill, but not carrying an illness, says Dano. Yeah, exactly. UK heat hits different to Australian heat, says Steve Piper. There you go. You got a man there with you, mate. That's your wingman right there. Let's do it then.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's fucking do it.
Also, Australia has like loads of aircon, I imagine, right?
I imagine so as well.
Yeah.
Before we do, as I said, these polls are live. So go on to patreon.com/create808. Vote for the songs you want on or off. And also, I did give a shout out for flute and xylophone hip hop to go on the Patreon playlist. And man, Osmond, thank you so much. He threw a few. I think he threw a few to me. And Aaron went in. He gave us like 10, 15 tracks. So it really beefed up the playlist. So thank you, Aaron. You're kind of co-curating that with me at the moment. So anyone else, flute and hip hop, let us know. Flute and xylophone hip hop, let us know. We'll go on the Patreon playlist. And now let's get into it. James, I don't think you're bringing 3, are you? You're just here for the caveat and the funny quips. Yeah, you're here for the bands. So me and Ray will be bringing the songs this month. And I'm going to start off with one that I know that Ray is also going to have. And I actually haven't got one here. So I want to talk to Ray. I want to open up the Pandora's box of...
I tell you what, Cam. Why don't you start?
Well, I never do. So I actually am
going to now. He's the host. Yeah. He does what he wants.
I actually read, listen back, and I thought, I never start a conversation. I should really do that this time. So, but this is going to be a conversation. This is not a...
You never end a conversation. Fuck it.
God, exactly. I like it. Ray, let's open the Pandora's box of Reggie Noble, the Funk Dr. Spock, Redman. Right. I think there's one or two glaring names that should be on this list. I think you've gone the same way with me. Redman needs to be represented. Sorry, Ray, what were you 100%. Saying, mate? Jump in. What were you saying?
I thought you were going to say something else, but I was going to basically, it's I've got it as one of 2 tracks. So let's see if you've got the same 2 tracks that I have.
Okay, so I think, just giving an alter view of when I was looking at this, we have got aggressive shit. We have got like Onyx on there. Naughty by Nature, I suppose, are a little bit aggressive as well. We have all that. So I was like, right, Redman's career is actually really interesting because he goes from rough, rugged, headbanger, fucking aggressive style. That's all of its own, really, because he has got fucking rhymes and punchlines. His punchlines, if anything, he may have relied on them too heavily recently, but he has got those and they're amazing. But it's very much especially when he starts in the early 90s, depends which Redman you're going for, when he starts, it's embodied so much in battling. It's very much a battler's MC.
But it's also self-deprecating. Like he's not, I'm the biggest, I'm the best, I'm the richest. He's openly like, I'll be that, I'll be that was one of mine. It was like something when I'm driving past, people shouting out, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. I'll be there because he ain't. And then the other bit, I should have written it down, but just I'll be that. I'll be that is the
interesting. I'll be that.
One of mine. And if not that, it was time for some action, isn't it?
It's got to be time for some action. It's got to
be time for some action.
This is what I would thought. I was like, it's got to be. I've been listening to Redman a lot this week, and I'm not sure it's such an obvious choice because of other things we're trying to represent to the aliens. But let me just finish off my point about what his career became to me anyway. So he's rooted in battling. He's got his own style, absolutely. EPMD, we've not got any EPMD on this list either. They need to be represented. Eric Sermon, Paris Smith need some representation somewhere. We did say one of the nice things was sneaking people through the back. Like, if there's a feature by Biggie on this, or if there's a feature by Eric Sermon, bang, let's get that on there. But I think it evolves, and you listen to Dark Side, which is my favorite Redman album. That is incredible. That is a man who's doing what he's just done, but now he's just fucking high all the time, and it's very adventurous. But I always say the Eminem gene is very much there in what he goes on to do, and evolves into almost this smooth, incredibly popular, incredibly catchy songs. Even the Naughties, he did go into that. Dirty, all that stuff as well. I think it's Naughties, it's 2000. But before that...
It's 90s.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Or maybe it is Naughties.
Maybe
I'm going to look up Christina Aguilera's Dirty.
But, Eminem has he goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac and Biggie, it's that whole thing. So he has this accolades. And I was like, right, which Redman needs to be represented on this list if we're only having one? Time for Some Action is perfect. It's a perfect amped up, it's anthem. A perfect amped up anthem that if you're looking for the brilliance of Eric Sermon, what he can do from funky shit to hard shit is in there. But that's not listed Headbanger. And I was like, am I not getting exactly the same thing, but with as great Redman verse, and you're getting Eric Sermon and EPMD and Keith Sweat's on there, I think, as well? Or is it K Solo? So here we go with the Alien thing. Like, right, which encapsulates Redman the best? So people in the chat, let us know which one does an Alien we need to know about, and that might not be represented on this list as much. So I have Time for Some Action. I'm with you there. I can see that. I have... Right, let's go through some of these options, because his fucking catalogue's ridiculous. If we're only going to talk about one song, let's just talk about what he has done. Can't Wait, Tonight's the Night, Pick It Up, The Rockweiler, which might be 2000 actually, might be 2000.
No, not The Rockweiler.
Okay, fair enough. But you get both.
It's a good tune. I like that song. I think basically might be one of the most charismatic Redman songs. That's saying a lot. Superman Lovers, all those number 11's my favourite. I picked that out. Nothing But the Gangster, which is a great feature that was on my playlist. That's MC8 and Spice One. And that's not the last Spice One reference we're going to have either today. And then we have Headbanger, which is incredible. But I was thinking it's got to be between So Rough. For me, it's one of the songs that changes your walk the most. It is the funkiest shit. Are we getting that somewhere else? Maybe. When I Come Around from There Is a Dark Side, that is the epitome of like where he was in that time, which is just weird, which is great. Same as Rockefeller, like swamp, muddy music. That swamp music, is that not what Redman's about? Muddy waters? That's what I was thinking. But Can't Wait is my second. Can't Wait and Whatever Man, actually. But Can't Wait... what is it again? Switching up speed like Bruce Lee riding a Fuji in the movie. It doesn't make any sense, mate, but it's chatting fly shit and Redman doing just top 5 Redman. That's top 5 Redman is Can't Wait. So, as we both agree on Time for Some Action, I think we go Time for Some Action, although I want to have an episode on Redman where we can talk about these others and we've all listened to them and we are like, look, Time for Some Action as well, I have got written here, it is probably the best walking music. Have we mentioned Smash Something?
No, later Redman. No, I haven't.
Smash Something's a pretty big banger. Whatever happened to Adam F? Because that album had
that
some
might
amazing...
be noise as well, mate. But again, that's not the Redman I love.
Thing is,
the Redman I love is this.
There's something about an artist on their first album. Time for Some Action is coming out in the first album, and it's also got the character of that thing that is very Redman at the end of the track. He like goes into a fourth verse and then he interrupts himself going, no,
I love that.
It's over. Stop what you're doing. It's over. Relax.
Battling. That's the battling thing.
The irony. It's perfect for this moment because you just talked for too much. It's 9:20 already. It's over. It's Time for Some Action is the one. Okay, it's over. G. Stop.
I like the way you word that in. But no, okay. Time for Some Action. Redman. I want to talk more about it, but we haven't really got time today. I'm going to take off Boomerang or You Ain't a Killer. One big pun's got to go. I think Time for Some Action is better than any of those. Boomerang or You Ain't a Killer. So
Boomerang's got to come off.
Yeah, I would say Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang. All right.
Mate, are those... Yeah.
Boomerang.
How many tracks has Pun got on here? Why is Beware up? Because that should be...
Twins. Yeah. Twins is the boom. Is the
it's absolutely is.
Yeah, to be
absolutely
fair,
is. Yeah, absolutely is. There's no argument on that. So let's have a look on what the people are saying before we go into the next song. How to Roll a Blunt, Sankofa. I did have that because I was like, it's just obvious instructions for aliens. If aliens, like, what is an alien going to get from Time for Some Action? You're defining hip hop how? Like, that's where I'm trying to go. Whereas Roll a Blunt and Whatever Man show what hip hop can do in a different level completely. So I like how to Roll a Blunt. Alien Drug intro, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Time for Some Action's chorus is annoyingly loud compared to the voices. Yeah, you're right.
The mixing's bad on it.
Let the Funk Flow. Tonight's the Night, Steve. I had that down as one of mine. It's better. That's how commercial Redman went. And if aliens like, where did he go? Listen to Tonight's the Night or Can't Wait. Funkorama, here on Tonight's the Night, says Alan Nutton. Thank you. Rock Wild 99, at least that's what Blackout was released. Yes, okay, so it was 99. So okay, so we've done Redman. That was a me and Ray collab there. Ray, what's your next track, mate? What have you got?
I think my next one is probably, hang on a sec, I've got the Alien playlist up next to me at the moment. Oh, okay, no, there is only, hang on, scrolling, it won't take long.
Feels like it's taking long. Could have talked loads more about Redman.
I think there's only one other woman on the playlist at the moment.
Oh, we're going to clash.
Okay. How unlikely for this podcast. Can't believe it.
Right.
But that being said, look, I'm not saying it because, women should be on it. But I mean, good hip hop should be on it. And if women make good hip hop, then it will be on it. And they do. And Lil Kim, that tune, Big Mama, is it Big Mama style? Big Mama Thang.
Really? I had a different one.
Oh my. Play the tune, remind yourself of the beat.
I have listened.
Straight away. That beat is the soundtrack to every hip hop show in the 90s. It's just on in the background.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you all a minute to play it. And then
just reminded myself, yes.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had Queen Bitch.
And she was straight out of the gate, straight out of the gate, she was I'm burying my nephews are in the other room. I'll say it quietly. I used to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch.
Brilliant.
It's weird that Biggie wrote that. Can you imagine?
I know.
It's kind of strange imagining him writing that. I
know, but he was. I've got a few things here. I'm just having a look. I think that you've said that line. Is that the same one I was thinking? Big Mama thing. Okay, with Little C's and Jay-Z. Right, okay. I know what you're talking about. I had Queen Bitch because I think it's just a harder beat and it actually shows. But then again, I suppose Big Mama's, that does as well, the same thing, which I thought, if you're looking
at... talking about hard beats. The Big Mama Thang beat is ridiculously hard beat. I
actually think Queen Bitch it's fucking filthy, but they're both hard.
As the intermediary here, you're wrong. Ray's right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Drugs, I thought that was a great... There's a lot of shit goes on in Drugs. Dreams is fucking iconic. But I think if you're looking at... I think the rhyming on Queen Bitch is fucking amazing. Eating pussy while I watch cartoons. And you're like... She's so blatant. She's like Eazy-E. Like, she's just fucking blatant with it. And I think that braggadocio, which she also has on, Big Mama thing... and plus, I suppose you're sneaking in Jay-Z there as well, and Lil C's. So that's a positive. But I was thinking, well, Lil Kim, what she does on that album is so fucking good that if you were to play an alien, Puff Daddy and the Family, or Biggie later on, or Mace, they're not represented on this playlist. I feel like Mace, I think is Mace, or Mace might be actually, but the Mace that is like bear, that Mace.
Mace. I'll bring in Mace next time.
I think he might already be on it. I think he might already be on it. Just have a look.
No, he's not anywhere on this list.
Well, there you go. I've helped you out.
What would he?
I was thinking Puffy, Mace.
What tune would he be on?
24 Hours to Live, isn't it? I was thinking that's what we had on, wasn't it? But I don't know if he was. But either way, what I was thinking with Bad Boy and what Mace does and what Puffy do later, ultimately corporate fucking shiny rap, right? Brand new rap for people who don't know rap. Bang. That's kind of, but it's great for that. Preach, it's all good. But the thing with fucking Queen Bitch, Big Mama thing, drugs, streams, that's the other side of Bad Boy, which is this gutter, gully hip hop. When you have Shine coming out, is that 99? Don't know. Shine might have to be a shout. But this grimy rap, and it actually portrays for me in the 90s, hip hop needed that groundswell. It needed an independent, streets. What are the streets saying? And although you can argue it still needs it, there's no way it needs it as much in the noughties. In the noughties, that underground ground, it's just completely changed. You just need corporate money, or like people go indie, or like High Road, they go indie, don't they? But I was thinking female hip hop actually was the face of that as well. Was it more commercial? Maybe, you know, was it branching out to bigger audiences? Maybe. But I just think like the hip hop corporate culture and the independent, like the street teams that Bad Boy had to get that groundswell of who shot you. It's just an interesting dichotomy, because we've not had, you know, what's the I'm Missing You by Puff Daddy? I would never put that on here myself, but surely it's the biggest rap song of the 90s that the aliens might need to know about. This is, again, the argument. So, yeah, Bad Boy, just a really weird dichotomy.
Also, it's the touching tribute song, which you don't often get in hip-hop. Or at least you don't get them with Sting singing live.
Yeah, exactly. As a song, I think it's just a bit of a, I mean, he just died. So I remember the atmosphere being like, fuck, he just died. And anything went. But when you look back at it, it's an easy win. It's such an easy, it's obviously, you know, it's just an easy thing to do.
Osmond's made a really, really valuable, ridiculously valuable
Let's go to the front here. Redman's verse on How High is insane to Sankofa. Do you know what? Absolutely true. And that is naughties, I think. But this one I'm talking about with Redman, Lost Boys, Beast from the East. That's another one I was listening to. I was waiting for that Goat Posse cuts.
We've moved on from Redman, okay?
No, but I'm just saying.
You can't be talking about Redman for the next half an hour.
Redman is a journeyman in hip hop. Should be called Journeyman, not Redman. He's good, but he's nothing. It doesn't deserve this much time.
Wow. Fucking hell. He is. That's unbelievable. I think that's absolutely bullshit. He actually deserves a whole fucking episode, which I'm hoping to do. But obviously, you two won't be on for that one. So, Lisa Kerr, thanks, Cab. Thanks, Cab. Big up yourself. Osman, I'm going to channel Jambo's energy and suggest that either Come Baby Come or Informer. This is what I'm saying. Like, crisscross, jump. I'm guessing this is all Ray's remit. He's just going to load it with that, which is fine. But this is what I'm saying. If you're talking about aliens, you have to put that at the forefront of what you're picking, right?
I think so. I think it's fine to put stuff like that on there. But yeah, obviously.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
The people in the basements who get angry with us for putting Montel Jordan on, they don't like it.
Oh, mate, but come on, that was, yeah.
Is it off yet? Is it still on there?
It's off. It's off. It was replaced by Real Hip Hop by Daz Effects, because it just made sense. Sankofa, that's how Biggie managed to keep his distance, was by never writing, but he probably memorized it, recorded it, and he learnt it. Yeah, probably. So you think there's a guide track of Biggie rapping that verse, says James Jumbo here? Yeah, fair play. Would a No Limit song ever get anyone in this? I have Master P. I have something off Ghetto D I would like to do. I also have 8 Ball and MJG as well. So these things are coming. Murder Mace, yeah. Then you get Children of the Corn if you want Mace. You go Children of the Corn, get Cameron in there as well. Big L, is there? Might be a track there with all of them. 24 Hours to Live must be on it. I think it already is, Osmond, because we talked about it at length.
Yeah, I think it.
Is it on there? Is it on there?
Well, it should be. I'm putting it on there.
It has to be. It's ludicrous if it's not on there.
Well, we dissected it for about an hour on the episode. That one.
It's not ludicrous.
Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. Mate, Southern Hospitality was so close and just does not think it. Right, next song.
Oh,
I think it's banned from TVs on here. Anyway, carry on.
Is it really? Okay, either way, that's probably a clerical error, I think. We have been doing this 3-4 years, lads. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Mate, if you're calling it clerical, there are a lot of clerical errors on this list anyway.
Okay, right. I'm enjoying Ray's little digs there. But here we go. I'm going with my next song, and we're going to do an episode on this. Not sure if it were these two, but we'll see. Actually, no, me and Ray have done an episode on this artist, and I think if you're doing an alien playlist, why do you not have an actual rap alien on it? And I think we need Kool Keith. Kool Keith needs to be on this somewhere. And I would even argue Ultramagnetic MCs may have to get on here somewhere. Papa Large would be my shout for that, probably in the 90s. Although we did the Four Horsemen.
There's 100 Snoop Dogg tunes on here. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. But here we go. Literal alien, like not literal alien, that's ridiculous, but the closest thing rap has to an alien. And I'm going to do a full episode on this where we're going to talk about like which songs it should be. My possible choices are utterly ridiculous, right? Put on a playlist, it's unbelievable, right? Apartment 223, Housing Authority, Blue Flowers, Plastic World, Sex Style, which is unbelievable, Living Astro, which is underrated. The whole album, Black Elvis, is underrated. Earth People, Papa Large, as I said, and one that I think we all love, Weapon World from Prince of Thieves.
Weapon World.
Weapon World is incredible, and I think you might go under another name. You could do this with this, Dr. Octagon, Blue Flowers. Does it get in here? A Plastic World, Earth People. Earth People's another one. So I'm just going to quickly run through these. I'll tell you the one I'm gone for next. Blue Flowers is probably one of the creepiest songs in hip hop. I would say that is a complete template of where Shadow and people like that took it. Lo-fi took it. So Blue Flowers with Dan the Automator.
Shouts for both of those on the chat.
Evening Peeps, Nick Sheffield, big up yourself. Alan Nutt, Dr. Octagon, Earth People. I have that. Would be fascinating to hear Biggie as a reference track. Yeah, Blue Flowers, free music. I have that as well, but it's not my one to go with here right now. Blue Flowers, completely creepy. The way it distorts at the end, he really thinks through the feel. But that's maybe Dan the Automator as well on that. But that Sonic template's unbelievable. And it has this unbelievable sample as well. Earth People, you have to go really weird. You have to really try hard to out-weird Kool Keith. And Earth People, armed with 7 rounds of space doo-doo pistols. I was born on Jupiter. Earth People is so anthemic, but so weird. Like, what are you thinking when you write this? And it's most relevant to Aliens because he lives in Jupiter. There you go. And it is probably one of the most adventurous hip hop artists in the 90s, full stop. And I think the Aliens need to know that. And I'm going with No Chorus. No chorus for me. It does do what other things do on this playlist. It does it better though on some of them more than others. Them fucking flat open. Please listen to it if you haven't heard it. Please listen to it whilst we're talking. But that fucking heavy.
Are you going to make a playlist of these?
Yeah, this was hopefully when we do 100. Big up to the guy in France who did one for us.
It's called the Alien Playlist.
Yeah,
he
did it.
We're literally. It's the whole point of what we're doing. Yeah.
There's a guy in France. There's a guy in France who. Oh, what you want a Kool Keith playlist? You mean?
I want a Kool Keith playlist, and I want the playlist of this.
Well, the playlist for this was shared on the feeds. I'll bring it back though in the show notes. Hopefully, a guy in France just did it from. Big up yourself, man. I cannot remember your name. I'm really sorry. But he did do it, and it was great. He took our artwork, put an alien on there. Great work. But I would say, yeah, I'll put a playlist of these, absolutely. I think that visceral rap braggadocio, venom, fucking, I'll rub your asshole with this verbal ointment. Like the way he's going at you, he don't give a shit. And it's the no fucks given part, production-wise, and his lyrics, and just talking about how song structure can fucking just be broken. Listen to that track. He's completely, absolutely breaks it. Hottest bars. And it tells you about like how he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to take where hip hop's going. I want it to still have remnants of, you know, there's stuff that he was dissing Nas on Street Dreams with this track. But either way, it will go more into a Kool Keith episode at some point. And I'm taking off. And I actually feel really bad for taking this off, but if we've only got one exhibit, it has to be Paparazzi. But just people out there know that The Foundation is just one of my favourite songs generally. So I'm taking The Foundation off for Kool Keith's No Chorus. So there you go. People out there, Cody, hey bro, good morning. Big up yourself. I think he's Australian, so big up on getting up so early. Bear witness because TJ Cuba is a kind of alien too. Steve, yeah, Cuba is, and Turntablism was a 90s hip hop staple. I would actually say, by the way, the scratches on Dr. Octagon and is it Dr. Doom? Are fucking incredible. Mate, he fucking thought up Doom before Doom, I think, as well, which is pretty amazing, I think. Or was Doom already doing Doom? I don't know, but I don't want to step on that too much. Right, next one up, Ray.
Can I do one?
Oh, he's got one. Absolutely, yeah.
I just off the top of my dome, being as we've got a few big pun tracks that should go, but we talked about sneaking them in. I thought of one. John Blaze.
Yes, Johnny Blaze.
You get Nas, you get Big Pun, you get Jadakiss, you get Raekwon, and it's an absolute banger. It's one of the best posse tracks of all time.
Who's the beat on that? Fuck, who is the beat on John Blaze? Is it Eric? It's not Eric Sermon, is it?
Is this going to turn into a posse cut playlist?
We've got a posse cut episode coming as well at some point.
No, but you've got to have Fat Joe on it somewhere, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, mate, I've got
twins.
Fat Joe.
We got my twins.
Yeah,
and there's some primo tracks he's got as well, which is unbelievable. Johnny Blaze, who I don't even know who produced it. Oh well. But either way,
I'm going to find out for you now. I'm the young Jamie of your Joe Rogan.
Oh God, Jamie, could you pull up?
And we got the locks on last time with money, power, respect as well, didn't we?
Money, power, respect.
Which you know, it's important that the aliens know about
money, power, and respect.
Power, respect. First you get money, then you get the power.
Yeah. What next?
Then you get the motherfucking respect.
Mate, you're literally taking up valuable time that you keep moaning about with that.
Oh my God. You're literally, your next selection, you're going to list 17 tunes and then say, but actually, this one, I will list those up.
Okay, if anyone wants to listen to the last episode, it's one of the most annoying episodes I've ever listened back to because Ray takes 10 minutes to name the song.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about last episode for? I'm ripping it out of you now for this episode.
But what I'm saying is you're doing everything to not get your goal, which is to finish early. That's your goal. You're doing everything not to do that.
I got all night. You both need to leave. I got all night.
Anyway,
I've got another beer. I'm set. I'm set.
What is your next one, Ray? Jesus, most angry individual. Go
on. So the next one, it's going to change the vibe of it a little bit. Jurassic 5.
JU?
Concrete Schoolyard.
JU or Concrete Schoolyard?
Yeah,
Concrete Schoolyard. Cool. Yeah, Concrete Schoolyard.
Interesting.
That's the one.
Why that one ahead of JU? Out of interest. Why that one ahead of any of them? Actually, I suppose they've got an absolute classic album.
Just Concrete Schoolyard. It just tells the story of because we just talked about the Locks and the Locks being on, and it's money, power, and respect, and like aggressive, just beat the shit out of you lyrics and beats. Whereas Concrete Schoolyard is like, it's hip hop can be just chilled out and just like just really enjoyable. Like you can imagine it being them performing on a Concrete Schoolyard and you're just having a barbecue and it's just like, it's cool, it's chilled. And that's what the lyrics are. And
it's about nostalgia for hip hop, which is
absolutely
something.
Absolutely.
But it's also like some of the lines, I'm all about the beats and the lyrics. So when you hear it, you can feel it. And that's it. It's simply, that's it. That's what hip hop is.
And Charlie Tuna does have to be on this. Charlie Tuna has to be on this.
And he is on, yeah, exactly. And, obviously Charlie Tuna outshines the rest of them over and over. But like I literally said J5 and like JU came close. I'm pointing, Cam, you're on that side of the screen for me and Jambo's on that side. But it's like JU or Concrete Schoolyard.
I think it's a clear decision in it between the two. The album is great though, but those two seem to encapsulate Jurassic 5 the most. I suppose, especially if you're doing it for Aliens, right? And I do like the nostalgia thing. I think that has to be played. I mean, you have it in a lot of the songs we got, but it comes in two words: Concrete Schoolyard. It's like
and also to tie it up, to come full circle to the start of the pod. Like it's music I can play to my nephews. Like it's cool, and it's like it's not over the top, sweary.
If Aliens adopt our moral code,
relations,
and our ethics, and they're like, oh, well, hold on, that's not PG. That's a bit, the young aliens can't have a bit of that. That's a bit. There you go. Don't worry, got Concrete Schoolyard for you. Bang. There you go. So there you go. Exactly. Right.
Could I ask a question?
Yes.
How the hell is Dead Prez hip hop not on here?
I have it. You want to bring it? I have it, but you can bring it if you want to.
Let's bring it.
Okay. Right. Hold on, Ray. What are you taking off? I am
taking off. I'm taking off Can't Not the Hustle.
Yeah, that was mine to take off, actually. So, yeah, that's fair.
It's not the Jay-Z tune.
No, it's not. It's not even the best version of what that tune is doing, Like, that tune is good. It's smooth. I know people call it classic, so sorry for anyone who loves Jay-Z, but he does it better. And I think other people do it better. But his Jay-Z track, fucking hell, that episode's going to be unbelievable. 22 Evils, fucking hell. Oh, Dead Presidents, there's so much to go into. Mate, either way, right. Right. So, my next one, very simple, very easy, glaring misses on the playlist. We can do Dead Prez hip hop in a minute. I have Luniz. I got 5 on it. Luniz, I got 5 on it. Tone Capone, big up yourself. Because if you actually think, nope, that's fair enough. I think though, if you're looking at like forever beats, a beat that is obviously timeless, proved to be timeless, as it has still been used in 2021 on things, I think you're going to be far-fetched to find one that's as timeless maybe. It's just never not amazing. Every time I hear it, it transforms kind of your mental makeup. Maybe that's because it's a bona fide drug anthem for the druggies out there who just are like, oh, fuck, I really do fancy a joint now when I hear that. It's a bit like Hits on the Bong, which does that as well. But I think if you're looking at hip-hop having pop culture impact on an unreal global level, right, with a very creepy song, if you think about it, what they've done with that sample is unbelievable. And that's what Jordan Peele did with Us. When he went and ripped it and put it on the trailer, you think, holy shit, it does have this energy of a horror. It does have a horror energy. But what I like about it, it's not horrorcore. It's completely about their life. The amount of slang that's used in it, it took me years to decipher this before Genius was around. And like, right, what's that? What's he mean by that? What's he got behind his earlobe? What's that? What is that? And it's just unabashedly that. And I think that for Aliens is actually very good for them to think, holy shit, there are these pockets of people making amazing hip hop, and Yuckmouth has come out with them. For an Alien, it would be memorable, but it is some of the most memorable rhymes people try to rhyme in a hip hop club. You see people go, it's longer than your extension. They don't know the rest of it, but they're trying to get there. It's one of them songs.
Yeah.
And I think it's introduced, it's just so 90s. It's just so, I can't think of another way to put it, but if you're talking about 90s hip hop, I got 5 on it. It's right up there. And introduce you to Delirious by Eddie Murphy, and he also does the Foo line at the end, which is a great Eddie Murphy line.
That tune also takes me back to, because it had such a ridiculous, like, deep bass line.
Yes,
and those are the years of like when it came out. I wasn't like, I knew older people with cars, and it was all about getting the bass box and your fucking Ford Fiesta and all that shit. And that's the tune. That's the tune that you play to be like,
yeah,
you know, the first 2 drum beats,
yeah,
and then the bass line would kick in, and then everything around you would start vibrating, kind of thing.
Yeah. It changes the atmosphere, I feel. But it definitely did back then. It still does for me now. As soon as I hear that dun dun, it's just like in. But I think that, you know, listen back to it. It does this good shit for the Aliens. They need to know about greed and selfishness and having a 5 on it and putting 5 on it. It's got capitalism in there. It's got how bartering systems work. Brilliant for the Aliens. I also think they also do this kind of thing where sharing, exactly. But they will rip you if you haven't got money and you're like always trying to nick my weed. That's how important this stuff is to people. And I think that, fuck me, the sampling, unbelievable. Jungle Boogie, the sample great is there. And I want to just big up Michael Marshall, because he's the Bay Area guy who sings it, and he's had a bit of a crazy career. People go check him out. And that kind of mob music from the Bay Area, that's the Luniz, right? So I think if you're talking about, although I do have other Bay Area artists I would like to get on this list who are completely different to Luniz, I'm going to go with, I've got 5 on it, and I'm taking off. Again, I don't want to do this, but it probably would just come off with no vote because Snoop has so many. I fucking love G's and Hustlers. I really do. And there's a lot of good stuff for Aliens in that song, but let's leave that for the Snoop episode. For this one, I've got 5 on it. Bang. There you go.
Just don't like that song. I've always found it, the singing's annoying, the mix of it's annoying, the production's repetitive. No.
Yeah, not a fan.
No.
Should we just say Hip Hop by Dead Prez has to be on it? Like, we all agree, right?
Osman's made a really vital point about it.
It's 2000.
Yeah,
that's why it's not.
February.
Let's get into the chat.
They've done the research.
So, Osman, I was just about to say we need more 90s Underground. Dr. Doom, there you go, no chorus. I also thought work that angles 8 Steps of Perfection or bragging rights. Dead Prez is 2000. Ray, have you played the nonce to your nephews?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't. Do I need to do that? What's that?
I think maybe play it to yourself first. But the nonce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's not what you think. It's not what the British call the nonce. It's a hip hop group, I feel. Is it not? Is it a hip hop group? I feel it is. Steve Piper. No, hip hop was indeed 2000. Aliens need to learn how to take sacks to the face. Exactly. And your chemistry makeup. The amount of times I've said, shit, man, roll the endo, the weed in my system. No, I need a 40. The weed in my system is getting lonely. Like, just that. The way of putting that is beautiful. And yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Luniz remix has a gang of folks. I had that down. I think the original's better, but you're right. That is a really good way of sneaking people in. But we don't need to always do that. The Luniz are coded language, says free. Yeah, but they are. They are. That's the beauty of it. They are. So how you take hip hop global by not changing it all, but hip hop just becomes global.
Steve Piper, big up Steve Piper.
I've just pulled the single from my collection. Hip hop. Fair play to you. Hip hop is. I love the fact that's such a flex. Fair play to you, Steve. So I think hip hop isn't on there, obviously. Ray, I've got a few more, but we've got probably about enough time for one each left. So Ray, what's your next shout, mate?
My next shout. Oh God, there's quite a few. I'm going to go with the one that I think is Beatnuts. Watch out now.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Cool. Next one. No, but you know what? You know what the Beatnuts thing is? I'm always going to go for Off the Books. I understand why Watch Out Now is that one. I'd be interested to hear your argument for hip hop. Actually, before Off the Books, because Off the Books, Obviously, you have pun. You have more pun.
Obviously, you got pun as well, but.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, Watch Out Now. Yes,
I think Watch Out Now is the. Yeah, it's just there's something about because it's such a. How would you say it? It's an example of a tune where you take the beat on its own and it's almost I don't know, a Will Smith beat. It's almost like a beat I can play to my nephews. It's kind of, but then with the Beatnuts, they're just raw over the top of it, and it's I don't know. It's that combination. I was going to use the word dichotomy.
Yeah, I've already used it, mate. Feel free. No, but
you've already used it. Okay,
there is that to it.
The juxtaposition.
Paradox.
Have we used that yet?
Love it. No, use it. Go, man. Get in there.
Absolutely. There's a thesaurus just outside of the screen.
But now we're never going to get, or are we ever going to get? Yeah, it is a Beatnuts song though, isn't it? I don't have to waste a whole case of Chris. All it takes is my pretty face and my gangster wit, which I think an alien needs to know. Sometimes you don't need a whole case of Chris.
Yeah, but let's say I don't think it will come to this. But people only get like a verse each on it. That would be ridiculous. I don't know how that would come up. But if you had to choose one big pun verse, it would be Dead in the Middle of Little.
But we're not going to. He's already on Johnny Blaze. But this is another thing, though. I was thinking then I would like to hear the argument for why an alien needs it more than another Beatnuts song. But maybe that's for another conversation because I haven't heard that for such a long time, and I need to go back in there. See, there might be some nice little lessons for the alien. Right. So okay, absolutely. Beatnuts. Finally, we've got them on. What are we taking off, Ray? What are we taking off for Beatnuts? Any song?
We are taking off Mathematics, most def. It's a great tune, but it's not the one. It's not the tune.
It's absolutely. New World War. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. Speed.
No, it's Miss Fat Booty is the tune. Yeah, I know. That's the one.
We have to start looking at the list and what it's not got on it and what other artists can bring. That's another thing we've got to start doing. Okay, next one. I think it's a little bit strange that we haven't had these on. Black Sheep, The Choice Is Yours, revisited. I feel that is possibly one of the top 10 bass lines in 90s rap. Definitely top 20. It's a, here we come, yo. Here we come. That it's
gotta go.
Still unbelievable. You have what now it feels like timeless and transcends not just hip hop, but transcends like music, is the engine number 9 on the New York.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And an alien might need to know where hip hop, the vernacular of that. I hear that generally. Like, just it's part of pop culture now. And it's funny that it's Drez and Fat Man Scoop making Drez that big. And Drez is a bit of a slept on rapper for me. I don't know if we've really talked about Black Sheep much. But please do go into the vaults and listen to our Kurupt episode because he talks about freestyling against Drez in New York during the time of the Chronic, which is fucking great. So yeah, I think there's a moment as well. You know, like five mic moments we talk about. If an alien needs to know what a 5 mic moment is, 2.5 minutes into this song, it almost ends. The song, it feels like it's about to end, and the beat builds back up. And when he comes back in, it is with such furious anger. I was listening to it yesterday. I was like, it's almost like he's pissed off at the producer for almost ending it. He's like, what the fuck? I've got more to say. And his fucking just passion, it doesn't detract from the lyricism, but it just adds to it. You know, sometimes you can be like, oh, that's just passion. You're not saying anything, but he is saying stuff. And he has that third verse where it's just fucking lit. He's just like, what is it? I'll go through swiftly. Niftily, we get hit bit to be do da dippity. That's old school hip hop. That is old school Sugar Hill Gang hip hop, but it's so fucking satisfying. And I think if you have that, aliens, first of all, the choice is yours. Like, you have a choice. Humans have a choice. You have choices in life. And I think that is a very big component to hip hop as well. And again, it comes at a time. What is this? I don't know what years this is, but it comes at a time when hip hop's kind of fracturing a little bit. People are making loads of money. These guys must have been huge off of this, I'd have thought. So yeah, I'm going with that. I don't actually have many more to take off that you've already taken off.
I've got loads to take off this list.
You want to give me one?
Sam Snead, gets rid of Sam Snead off of that.
No.
There's
a lot of repeats on here. Biggie's got 17 tracks on here. Get rid of a Biggie tune. Pick one.
Okay. I'm going to get rid of. I fucking love it, but Sky's the Limit. I think Sky's the Limit might have to come off for.
Yeah, it's a great tune, but it's not the one. It's not the one, is it? If you had to pick one Biggie tune, it wouldn't be Sky's the Limit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so there we go. Black Sheep.
I've got one.
Right, look at this. We're rattling through them. I love this. What have we got? What have we got?
Do you want a serious one, or do you want slightly out here? Montel
James, this is serious. This is serious. This is serious.
Look how.
serious.
Yeah, look how. Yeah.
To be serious, Jambo.
Okay, I was going to bring PM Dawn, Set of Drift on there.
Oh, fucking hell. It did cross my mind. It did cross my mind.
I didn't, but I think it's weird that we haven't got I Got You Open.
Yeah, I Got You Open.
There's no Black Moon on here.
That was, we talked about it in the last episode. We haven't got it on, but absolutely. I think Black Moon needs to get on here. Absolutely.
I also think that De La Soul's one inclusion being I Be Blowing.
Yeah, I mean, this was back then, and I do think it's delivering something that nothing else does. So it has the argument. Do you know what, actually? Who got the props for me for Black Moon? I think that who got the props unapologetically underground. It definitely precedes Woo, definitely precedes Mobb Deep. It has that. Like, you hear that Genesis. So I would say, yeah, I think if you want, like, what did I write here?
Either of them could go on. Either of them could go on.
It's just a hypnotic.
What's got more? Who Got the Props has got more numbers on the. It's got 18 million plays. Yeah, and it is that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll say Who Got the Props on there. All right, cool.
So Who Got the Props? What are you taking off?
Sam Smith. No, I'm joking. I won't take Sam Smith off.
Take off the multiples.
Okay, who's got multiples? I take Dead Presidents 2 off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. I think that might be the one, though.
But that's the Jay-Z conversation we're going to have, is it not? Because I was thinking Brooklyn's Finest. I want to take Brooklyn's Finest off. But then I was like, it's a classic. It's a classic.
It's too good.
Brooklyn's Finest, I feel, has aged worse than I remember. I listen back to it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I used to love this. Why is this a bit more plodding? I don't know why, but it does that.
You can take Fuji La off, because that's not the,
Who we got on Fuji's? All right. Either way.
We got Ready or Not on here.
Ready or Not, yeah.
That's the Fuji's. That's the Fuji's tune. So take Fuji La off. Fuji La's on here.
Okay.
Take off. Oh, yeah. Okay,
Osman Iqbal, cool. I love this. Even my daughter knows the choice is yours through the Spider-Verse hip-hop medley. I forgot they'd use that. So yeah, there you go. It's still relevant. Jordan Peele's using fucking I've Got 5 on it. That's some of the best use, by the way, of hip-hop in horror. I know people know I do horror episodes.
It's very niche.
No, you do have hip-hop in horror, and I think that is such a perfect... He really drilled into the creepiness of it. I loved it. Now, I don't think there's enough time to do other actual songs, but I have some contenders that I think probably won't go on here.
I've got an obvious one that's going to be, you're both going to say yes to immediately.
Okay, well, it is on my go, so I was going to list the two that I think could have got on here, but I don't know if they will now. But I think we need NWA. NWA is not on here. We do have Dre.
That's ludicrous.
We have a lot of West Coast, but we don't have a lot of NWA, which is ridiculous. But I have Always Into Something, right? I talked to that last episode about generic tropes in hip hop that I love, 90s hip hop generic tropes that just keep rewarding me. This has it. This has the raw, visceral G-funk like that. It's embodied in the song.
Is that an NWA tune?
Yeah, Always Into Something.
So you're talking about generic hip hop tropes, talking about NWA, and you don't want to bring Fuck the Police.
No, that's 80s.
Weird, mate.
That's 80s, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it 80s?
Yeah, Fuck the Police 80s, yeah. No, we've only got...
Keep forgetting it's only 90 songs.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, it would have been fucking Fuck the Police. Idiot. No, what I'm saying is, obviously it would have been, but we need NWA because they birthed Death Row. They birthed... And Eazy-E had Relentless with... We need Bone Thugs on here as well. But Always Into Something, you know what it reminds me of? It's such a sci-fi type of beat, but it reminds me of me coasting on my... Were they called Street Wolf or Time Wolf bikes? Remember the bike with the monitor in the middle on the bars? And I remember just riding that and listening to Always Into Something. And it was so Office Space. You know the guy at the beginning of Office Space? And he's like listening to Goody Mob. And that guy walks over and he locks his door and turns it down. And then when he walks away, he puts it back up. It feels very much like that to me. But Always Into Something is...
Can I give you an alternative that takes the best elements of NWA, puts them on a song that's better than that, and it's from the 90s?
Go on.
Natural Born Killers. Get rid of all the other
Ice Cube.
I mean, Eazy-E, maybe you're missing out on
Ice Cube.
Yes.
It's Ice Cube.
You've got Ice Cube and Dre, absolutely banging.
But is it not an Ice Cube song, so we can't use him? That's what I would have. Absolutely. Natural Born Killers is incredible. But I can't use it because it's an Ice Cube song.
It is an Ice Cube song.
And we haven't got Steady Mobbing on here. Steady Mobbing needs to be on here. My other alternative, which does exactly what Always Into Something does, but this guy needs a shout out anyway, Strap on the Side by Spice One. Spice One, right? That is one of the most incredible anthemic, like G-Funk songs. It's not even G-Funk, it's just West Coast gangster rap. But what does it do that NWA don't do? I think it's ultimately more danceable and both sound hard in the fucking car, but it's a bit like Kurupt Seawalk. It's like these unreal hidden gems in the 90s. Well, Seawalk was noughties, I suppose. But I just love to see Spice One on here somewhere and just show the depth of fucking what hip hop could have been. So big up Spice One and Strap on the Side. I just need to talk about that one. Ray, should we quickly just... see what people are saying before Ray brings out his obvious one. Brooklyn's Finest Beat is awful. Sounds like something off of CBeebies, says Osmond. I'm not being like that, but it's weird how it doesn't hit me. Been fun listening to you guys. Time to do some family stuff. Sankofa, thank you so much for every one of you. Thank you. I really dislike that second NWA album, some gratuitous misogyny. I mean, it's NWA, absolutely. But I do really like that song. If we want NWA on here, where do we go? And you can't do, you could do Bow Down.
There's no defending it, Cam.
You could do,
there's no defending it, Cam. Unbelievable, Mr. I'm disgusted at you.
Seawalk is 90s. It's Seawalk 90s, Osmond Iqbal. If Seawalk is 90s, that's getting on before NWA. Kurupt Seawalk is getting on if it's 90s. It's one of the best songs of all time. Absolutely. Ray,
seconded.
What have you... Ray seconded me, which is great. Ray, what have you got before we switch it off for people?
I'll give you a clue. It's something that Mama said to do to you.
That's already on here, surely.
It's not on it. It's not on it. There's no.
We did a whole episode on Mama Said Knock You Out with Vi Marshall.
It's not on it.
Oh, Vi Marshall didn't pick. We didn't have the Alien playlist when we did that LL episode. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, you're talking about comebacks. I mean, don't call it that, but you are talking about comebacks. We are calling it that, LL. We are, but yeah, we've had a lot of LL love on this show. Generally, do go check out the three album episode we did with Slug. Fucking fantastic from Slug work on there. But yeah, absolutely, man. That's and true. When you go into the 90s, you have I Shot You remix, Phenomenon, LL, lounging, fucking all this other shit that LL does. Lounging, fuck yeah. Hey Lover. He goes into a completely different myriad of shit, and it all starts with Melly Mel and fucking Mama Said Knock You Out. That's just, it shows that aggression. Yeah, aliens need to fucking know this is what a comeback sounds like. And
Marley Marl, you mean Marley Marl?
What did I say? Melly Mel? I'm ill, lads. Marley Marl. Who's Melly Mel? Oh, Marley Marl. Yeah. Marley
80s rap. I was thinking Melly Mel wasn't on.
He did do that, did he?
Now I know what he means.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, no, absolutely. Well, that's kind of rounded it off really nicely. This is hopefully going to speed up the process. Coming up next month, Casual, Dal the Funky Homo Sapien.
Wait.
Puff Daddy and the Family. Ghetto Boys.
The art of storytelling is coming off.
Oh, of course, yes.
That's not the Outcast tune either.
Okay, Liberation.
So the art of storytelling is coming off.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. What was I going to say? We have coming up stuff from in the next few episodes. If you want to join into the live streams, bring your takes on Dal the Funky Homo Sapien, Casual, Hyro generally, also Puff Daddy and the Family. Any takers on that album? I've got a few. Ghetto Boys. Ghetto Boys are not on this fucking thing. One of the best groups of all time.
Jesus.
We need to talk about Bushwick Bill. So Ghetto Boys, Scarface is not on here, which is fucking mad. Diary of a Madman. Lost Boys, Common, Organised Confusion, KMD. Group Home, Dub C, Bone Thugs, EPMD, Public Enemy, Cool G fucking Rap, which is mad, throwing DJ Polo as well, Lords of the Underground, Diggable Planets, Brand Nubian, Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's not got anything. Sugar Free we talked about. So yeah, all these things.
She's on Ready or Not. She's got a place.
Crew, I think Crew have a few shouts for a track or two on here. AC Alone. Yeah, man. So they're going to come up. We've got so many people to go into.
Soldier, Dreadlock Rasta.
Yeah, exactly, man. But there we go. I really enjoyed that. I'm sorry we did an hour. So yeah, hour ill, not too bad. It It was off 1998's Corruption album. I feel like Dark Adams in the live chat with my... And you do. I can't believe Corruption was the 98. Why did I think it was 2000, 2001? Either way, Seawalk. Fuck me, I got that on this playlist. Amazing. We'll take off a Snoop song for that. But yes, the real young Jamie of the pod. There we go. Is Ray going to bust a rhyme, says Cody. Do we have time for a Ray Ridge rhyme? No, we don't. No, we do not. Okay, what we do have time for, though...
Cheers for the request.
If you want to hear Ray rhyming, go back to our first 10 episodes, because we used to kick off with that. Remember that shit? We used to fucking have a laugh.
I think if you hit 100 subscribers, Ray's got to write a Crate 808 themed rap.
100 subscribers.
Is that cheesy?
We're on 40. Let's see how much people love Ray. Let's see how much people love Ray. Hey, kid, you know what else needs to be on here? Showbiz and fucking AG. Showbiz and AG from Runaway Slave. We've got nothing on here. By the way,
OTC as a crew should be on here. Definitely.
Yes, absolutely. For this Patreon, we are having some anniversary editions. We didn't do the polls that you guys wanted with Chino XL again, although I love Chino, but there is 2 massive albums that we need to do anniversaries for that are hidden gems. They are coming to your Patreon inbox soon for the people on those tiers. Last great piece of music you listen to, lads. What have we got? I'm going to go to James.
Don't go to me.
Okay, I'll go to me then. I'll go to me. I was listening to...
Your list of 25 tunes.
No.
That's why I did it. So
you have time, exactly. I was listening to Belize with Danger Mouse and Black Thought, and hearing MF Doom on a Danger Mouse track. I don't know. Just hit different. It really just hit. Maybe I'm just old and emotional now, but yeah, he's good on it.
Well, you are.
And both of those things, absolutely, yeah. So, I would say Belize by Danger Mouse, Black Thought, and Doom. I mean, imagine saying that 10 years ago. You'd have been like, my head would have fallen off. So yeah, it's kind of tinging a bit of sadness, but also happiness. What was it someone said to me at work? Don't be sad it's gone, be happy it was there. And I think I'm sticking with that for a while, actually. Yeah, absolutely. So, Ray, what have you got?
I'm going to work. You work from home. Who was that?
Hey, the Bleacher Report app does not run itself, my friend. So some great content on there if anybody wants to sub to that. So Ray, what have you got, mate? At least last great piece of music.
I've got Redman. So cool.
So cool, nice.
His new tune out. So yeah.
Yeah, well, we need to have your takes on Redman. I might get you to do audio notes for the Redman, because I would like to know what you think of Dare's Dark Side. I don't even know what you think of the album, but it's my favourite Redman album, but we never talk about it. But either way, James, last great piece of music, what have you got?
I was going to say, Open Mike Eagle, his new tune, I'll Fight You.
Oh, I'll Fight You. Love that. I went
straight on my playlist.
Love that.
But I've got to give a whole album has entered into my best albums of 22 list.
What?
It was thanks to you, because you mentioned it last time, Pan Amsterdam.
Oh my God.
We won't go into it, mate, but it's probably my album of the year so much.
I think
it's ridiculous.
It's got everything.
What was it called again?
Pan Amsterdam. We talked about it in the mid-year. It's Pan Amsterdam.
The album's called Eat, and it's by Pan Amsterdam.
And Damu the Fudge Monk. Damu the Fudge Monk is the guy with him. And I think you'd love that Blue. Remember that Blue album about 2 years ago with Damu? And it's probably the best Blue album in the last 10 years, I'd thought. It's fucking brilliant. And he does the same. But now with Pan Amsterdam, he's one of my favourite MCs. So yeah, absolutely. Love that. You know who reminds me of Pan Amsterdam is Del, the Funky Homo Sapien, and we've got to get him on here as well. I think I've already mentioned that, actually. Anyway, but either way, there we go. Let's see what people are saying in the live chat before we go. +1 on DITC, Steve Piper. I love you, mate. Absolutely. A good Change the Way You Walk song I listened to earlier. Refrigerator P from Sean Price Small Pro album, 86 Witness. I need to revisit that. I love that. And then everyone loves Raymond. Damn right they do, says Cody. There we go. Wowee. So there we go, people. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the support. Big yourselves up, everyone. And we shall catch you on the flip side. Let us know what your thoughts are all these fucking alien playlists, and if it's bullshit, or do you want to keep hearing them? I don't know. We're going to get more of them. So let us know.
Just coming.
Yeah, big up.
Big up Cody and all the Australian crew that are on it.
Yeah, man. Big up. No, I'm not going to do any Australian chants.
Cool.
Take it easy. Peace.